Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast. I am Mike. That is Ryan. We are your dipshits of the evening, of this evening, of today, Wednesday. I don't even know what today's date is.
25th, October 25th.
Oh, so we're gonna do the Halloween one Sunday night. Is that the plan then?
Because that's the pod before Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I'm gonna think of something scary. Maybe I'll wear a mask. Ooh. I was Jeffrey Dahmer last year, right? Didn't I dress up like Jeffrey Dahmer last year?
You did. You definitely did.
That was offensive at the time. Now it's not. Now I think if you dress up like Dahmer now, nobody gives a shit.
Well,
it was because the TV show was out. That's what that
reasons
was.
to be offended by everything, no matter what. So they will be offended somehow.
But it was because of the show. It was because there was a show out, and that's
before we went live. I forgot to tell you that for some reason Facebook is currently glitched, and we can't put our stuff on Facebook.
So we froze into Facebook, but we're still on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we're on YouTube and Twitter. Right. But StreamYard, it's an issue within StreamYard. They gave me a notification, hey, just a heads up, we're trying to fix the issue, but we're having issues with Facebook.
Wow, they're beefing with Facebook. So who's on us on the YouTubes? Do we know? We can't tell, right? Usually it's the Facebook chat that we could see who's in the.
No, usually it's YouTube from Facebook. Well, yeah, we do have 2 or 3 people that pop in from Facebook. Oh, there's an update on the strike.
Oh, shit. Wait. Screen Actors Guild was supposed to meet up, but they pushed it to Thursday. So now
they're just pushing it later in the week because they, I don't know. Who knows? They might have...
Now, people could write, and everything's all right with that,
but
right?
Nothing
can move forward yet. Nothing can move forward yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only one that can work, only people that can work is the writers, not anyone else.
Still got it. Then it's still a waiting game. It's still
is soy milk keto.
Almond milk with no sweetener in it.
Almond milk is definitely, I know.
With no sweetener. Almond milk, no sweetener is keto. Yeah, but
random fact, random.
I think this is the thing. Like, what happens is when they make fake milk, they have to sweeten it up for it to be like good with shit like cereal and coffee. Because, like, all right, oat milk isn't that bad, I guess. I tasted it today in somebody's coffee, in my wife's coffee, and it was frothed up, and it was all right, but I like the taste of oatmeal. Like, so, and I like oatmeal cookies, so I'm, like, okay with it. You know what I mean? But I'm, like, it could take somebody off guard if you're not used to that kind of shit.
Is that edamame keto? So then non-sweetened soy milk is probably keto, as long as it's not sweetened.
Non-sweetened.
Because edamame is keto.
Yes, edamame is totally keto. I always eat edamame.
Dude,
I eat edamame all day long.
I think we're doing it.
What you going to do keto?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy. It's easier now than it was a few years ago. I mean, it's easier. It's way easier now. There's so much shit out now.
Yeah, but not even that. Forget the junk food aside and all the alternative shit aside. If we just eat meat and some vegetables and some fruit, we're basically keto.
It's what I eat every fucking night, dude.
Most berries, not like grapes. Grapes aren't keto because that's fucking all sugar water.
But at the beginning, you got to stay away from all that shit. This is the thing. You don't eat none of the berries and shit. You give yourself like fucking 2 weeks to a month of not having any sort of fucking like added sugar or sugar anyway. And then reintroduce like berries. And I think people are starting to say watermelon's sort of okay, even though there's a lot of fucking sugar. It's so much. There's so much water.
That's the water. It's melon. Was it melon or cantaloupe? I think it's cantaloupe. Is keto friendly, and so is watermelon.
Yeah, I mean, I've been eating like this for like 5 years now.
What up, Yoni?
Yo, what up, Yoni? But, yeah, man. What up?
So the episode, they aren't even trying to hide anymore. And what are they not trying to hide? They're openly talking about a new world order.
Listen, this isn't the first time somebody like slipped and said and used that term.
The World Economic Forum has been saying it forever.
Yes.
Not forever, but for as long as they existed.
The first time conspiracy theorists would talk about this like in the 60s and 70s and shit, like that term New World Order has been around for at least since after World War II.
So I found a video. So YouTube lately, is back to its old ways with all these crazy conspiracies and all this stuff. Why do you stream on so many things instead of just one place?
Mike likes to shoot his spider webs.
Well, the original plan was to stream to the Nothing Network and the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast to get people from the Nothing Network to come over to the Dumbfounded Dipshits if they were there. But see, StreamYards allows me to stream to multiple locations, so I figure we could hit more people if we're shown in more places. But what it does is it does limit that. It then limits our YouTube growth because no one's gonna. They're gonna go to whatever platform is easiest to them. Yeah, exactly.
Instead of just going to that platform, in order to see.
But I just think we hit more people.
To the dipshittery. It's like we what we did was we just put our dipshit product in a lot of different stores instead of exclusively selling it in one store.
So I found this video, and I actually didn't watch this yet.
And sometimes these stores, shut down for unforeseen reasons.
And it's called Something Weird Is Going On, and it came up as like when I searched conspiracies. I didn't watch this yet, so I have no idea what it's about. So if it ends up being some stupid shit, we'll turn it off.
Okay, I like fucking blindly going into stupid shit. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Astronomers detect a mysterious blast of radio waves that took 8 billion years to reach the Earth. This intense burst of radio waves lasted less than a millisecond. Yet,
okay. It lasted less than a millisecond. That sounds
it was like a blip. You know what I mean? Like it came up on a radar, but I understand what they're getting into. There's something with enough energy for it to be picked up. They could tell how far away it was coming from and how much energy it used to make it.
Gives valuable information. They believe this is one of the most distant and energetic signals ever observed. Despite being so short, it released as much energy as the sun releases over a course of 30 years.
As if things didn't seem apocalyptic enough already, scientists reported that a horned comet 3 times bigger than Mount Everest exploded and is hurtling toward Earth. The blast originated on October 5th.
I didn't know about that. Did you hear about that?
Yes, I did. The size of Mount Everest, I heard about it like a week and a half ago, something like that.
12P Pons Brooks, a cryovolcano. So for the uninitiated, this is a cold volcano which erupts with ice instead of fire. So this particular comet measured a whopping 18.6 miles in diameter, the size of a small city. For reference, Mount Everest, the highest mountain on Earth, is just over 29,000 feet high, or about 5.5 miles. The British Astronomical Association, which is closely monitoring 12P, were made aware of this explosion after noticing that it appeared dozens of times brighter due to the light reflected by its coma. And the coma is the cloud of gas surrounding its center. This instance was particularly unique because the Arctic blast
this is the shape of what. This is something that actually happened.
Factual.
This is factual. Yeah, but this is the thing. Scary as it is, and I don't know if I'm like so attracted to this kind of like shit because not like I'm some sort of doomsday fucking fetishist, right? But it's like oh man, like these things are hurling all over the fucking place and they go fast and it's like it's like you're standing in a highway. And it's like, how quick do you have to react? And there are these fucking things flying through the solar system, like not even the galaxy or whatever, just the solar system.
I feel like the algorithm has me because I was watching Graham Hancock today on Joe Rogan, and now it's showing me this. It's just a little.
It wants you to do
like too coincidental
science and history and stuff. No, but you know what? Like that's been my algorithm for a long time. Okay, do you remember this, Mike? Answer me this. Do you remember back, I want to say 2009, 2010, 2011, there was a site called stumbleupon.com. Do you remember that? And you would literally, like, you would sign on, right? It was like a free site. You would sign on and you would watch videos on it from all different, from Vimeo, YouTube, like it would just roulette videos, but it would go based on like the last thing you watched, and you would search for things and it would build your own algorithm. So eventually when the ball got rolling, random shit would just pop up after about a couple of days of being on this website, and like
So
for
you kind of
months,
mean how like everything does now? Like everything does that now?
what everything does now. And I started doing that, and I've been on like that, like for at least fucking 14 years now. Like just like watching random videos, but the thing is now these random videos are already sort of chosen for you. Sometimes I scroll past a lot of shit. Don't get me wrong. I don't stop about everything, but
Science.
Galactic Beelzebub, or some experts have compared it to the Millennium Falcon. So the cause of this horn shape is unclear.
Now to the story. Many woke up early today to see a ring of fire, a rare ring of fire eclipse in the sky.
From Brazil to Oregon, hundreds of millions of people got to witness the rare ring of.
Did she say Oregon or Oregon?
what? Okay, now what the debate, right? Is it Oregon or Oregon?
No, it's Oregon.
It's Oregon.
So I knew someone from Oregon, and he was like, dude, why do you say Oregon? It's Oregon. I'm like, hexagon, pentagon, Oregon. No, no.
Wait, if you're from there,
pentagon,
there, like
Oregon.
So like if you're from Eugene, Oregon, right? That's
Yeah,
how you
you say Oregon.
If you're from there.
Yes.
But if you're from here, like East Coast, Florida, is it Oregon? Do Floridians say Oregon? I don't know.
Probably. They probably say Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah, it does sound like a
You know
shape.
what's funny?
But
It took me forever to realize that Hiddleston. It's just Arkansas and
it's
Kansas.
Arkansas. It's Arkansas. No, I sort of like maybe I like it was like on mushrooms or something. Did like that.
Probably.
Like instead would say like when you say words, you ever see words together and
race car backwards is race car.
Like you know how you fall into that. Everybody's like on a couch like this and be like, yo, do you ever say this word like a lot and it just starts to sound weird the more you say it? There are words like
someone took mushrooms and saw Jesus in my ceiling.
Did you have a textured ceiling or something?
I did, yes.
So it would. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like the ancients were watching these constellations and just making up, fucking as they went, like the shapes of whatever these things were. Like that's a horse, that's a bull, that's a dick. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, okay. Look, let's be real here. If no one had named the constellations yet, and it was completely up to TikTokers to name the constellations, that would be like, that's an eggplant emoji.
Yeah, dude. Smiley face, squirt, eggplant emoji, peach.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Listen,
that's the constellation peach.
Those were emojis back then. Like that's what honestly, hieroglyphs are emojis. They're emoticons.
All right, what else is next after this Ring of Fire? What's going on?
The Ring of Fire that made
also
a weird
visible right here in Los Angeles. Griffith Observatory.
What?
It made some weird shape in some parts of the world where you saw this thing. It did like a
3 hours for the celestial show. Here in Los Angeles, stargazers witnessing the crescent sun with the moon covering 70% of it.
It's so cool how and once
what else?
They're separate or simultaneously, we're not told, take place
on your entire life.
What's he talking about?
It kind of rattles off these series of events that take place. And whether they're separate or simultaneously, we're not told. But the first one is what Jesus identifies, first of all, in verse 16 of Matthew 24. There he talked about the abomination of desolation that's spoken of by Daniel the prophet. And we go to Daniel chapter 9, verse 27, and we can read what Daniel...
I'm not religious at all, but I do know a lot about religions. And in my opinion, and it's only not only my opinion, but my opinion is that I think they're all kind of the same story rewritten by different people.
A lot of the Abrahamic religions are all pretty much Judaism with revisions.
Yeah, but even when you go to older religions that are lesser known, they worship the sun god or the son of God. sun god.
Oh
which
yes,
is
yes.
the son of-
Sun worship is
It's all linked, I think.
anthropologically speaking, is the most common religious like deity.
But I think
Like,
that's where they came from. That's
everybody-
where they think Catholicism
Yeah.
came from, and
Everybody
all
had a sun
Judaism.
god.
And,
Helios, Ra, fucking the Mayans like head god was the sun god.
well, when you pray towards
Everybody
Mecca,
had-
where's Mecca?
Right, but east, but Jesus in the halo. You know what I mean?
So I think they're all connected. So then I also think it's very interesting. Back to Graham Hancock. All those religions talk about these great catalysms. And
yeah,
see, I had the same trouble you're having.
not
Cataclysms.
cataclysm. And, Okay. See, you fucked me up because you
Sorry.
passed the stutter to me. I'm like,
cataclysms, and they think that's what happened on Earth in general for real. But then these books
several times
mention it several times.
Several times. Yeah.
They think Noah's Ark, while they don't believe literally he took every animal, had two of every animal in his boat, but there is records of a big flood happening at around the time they say Noah built his ark. So,
yeah. Dude, there are things that happen that don't get like retold in history.
What
like
scares me now,
in year 500 something, the world went into fucking chaos because a volcano erupted.
What
you know what I mean?
Now?
And fucking blotted out the sun, and there was winter. The United States was a country, and we had a winter just not too long ago that lasted 2 fucking years. You know that, right? From a volcano eruption. Like that
we used to be a glacier. The whole United States was frozen under what, a mile of ice, they think?
Yeah, and something else too, aside from just like what could happen on our planet, but coming from out of our planet, Jupiter's been a vacuum that's been sucking up fucking comets and debris and asteroids forever.
Basically protecting us.
It keeps the asteroid belt in check, basically protecting us. And every once in a while, some errant shit goes and boom. But it used to happen more often, and it's happened less often as time has gone on, and it has the solar system coalesced into what it is now. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen that often in the time span that of the whole planet. 4 billion years. That has probably happened very often. Like if you look at it in that perspective.
And it almost seems
is it going to happen while humans are around? We don't fucking know. But the thing is, like, that
they think it has. They think it has happened while humans were around.
Yeah.
And it would make sense then when they talk about around, what was it, 13,000 years ago, maybe a comet, the Earth was struck by multiple comets, and it probably wiped out almost 90% of the human race, and it reset us back to zero.
Yeah.
So would it make sense that the people that survived told stories of a great flood caused by a comet or a great end of the world?
Hell yeah!
And now it's in how somehow made it into the Bibles and the
look at it this way: just stories, right? Right now, we're like fucking completely spoiled with the convenience of like Netflix. I could rewatch any season of any episode. Before books, and you could reread shit. Before that, it was only spoken word from one person to the next, and people played telephone from one generation to the next since language was created, right? And what used to happen a lot, floods would happen a lot. So there's a flood story.
Also, as story goes from one person to another, it gets more exaggerated. She was a virgin when she gave birth. Come on, we know she wasn't a virgin when she gave birth, but when it changes from one mouth to another, it gets more exaggerated,
embellished. Each retelling has another embellishment.
They think the burning bush wasn't actually a burning bush, but they were burning a bush.
Yeah, there's all sorts
of shit. They were tripping on DMT. They were smoking the acacia tree, which is rich in DMT.
Or they were like a mushroom cult. You know what I mean? At the very early stages.
All right. I only wanted to break into that because this guy's talking about religion. And I was going to say there is somewhat of a connection to all the religions and the shit that happened on Earth. Of course, they're embellished and used to control people and used for the wrong reasons. But in every story, there's got to be some truth because it had to start from somewhere. So let's see where this is going.
Annual
With this.
forecast. He said, he, speaking of the beast or the Antichrist, will confirm a covenant with many. And he's referring to the Jews. Keep in mind that Daniel's letter is directed towards the Jewish people. And so we know that the subject of these comments are Israel. And he says that he makes a covenant with them for 7, or literally a period of 7 years. So that what's happening when the Antichrist, in the last slide I talked about the Antichrist being the rider on a white horse who comes on the scene, part of his dynamic is entering into a covenant relationship with the nation of Israel. And the Antichrist joins in with the Jews and enters into a covenant with them. And it may be part of the goal that we've talked about, making Jerusalem into the universal capital of the world. As I mentioned a few weeks ago, that it is the only city in the world today that is recognized by the United Nations as being an international city. In other words, they initially in 1949, they declared it to be.
Is this what?
Is this is the same video?
Yes.
How did it go? How did it jump from science to this guy trying to say how like Israel's run by the Antichrist?
Well, no, he's not saying that though. But
That's sort of what it fucking sounds like.
But look what's happening right now in Israel. Look what's happening right now, and the Bible talks about a war happening in the Holy Land that leads to the end of the world.
Yes, and
and there's something else I want to bring up that's a little more. So last weekend we had John watch the podcast with us, Pest, and he was interacting, and he texted me a few things. I didn't read the text until the episode was over, and then he's like, "You should look this up." And I look it up, and I'm like, "Wait, that's real?" He goes, "Yeah, that's real. Isn't that weird? And what's happening right now in the world?" I go, "This is insane." And it's literally insane. And it coincides with what they're all talking about with this whole war. With this can be the end of everything. And it's talked about in the Bible, apparently.
Yeah, but Nostradamus said shit, and you could say 9/11 that, and it's just the way.
No, but it's very different. It's very different when.
So that the Jews and the Arabs and the Christians would all stop fighting over it. That didn't work very well, like most of the ideas the UN has. But nonetheless, it still has that legal stature. And so I think that that's probably where the Antichrist is going to center his capital. But what have your point?
Okay. Wow, I didn't realize this was going in this direction, and now it's literally what we're talking about. Kind of.
Yeah, you didn't watch this already?
I did not watch this. I swear I did not watch it.
All right. So this goes with the title.
I did not watch this. This is creepy though. It's
right.
I'm caught in the algorithm. Wow. And this is literally, I have this article up on the other side, I think. Which is crazy because isn't the Chinese government currently put in a specific type of Muslim in a concentration camp, allegedly? Unless that's just fake news from America to make China look bad.
No, because it wasn't really covered in the United States. Like, you really had to go to like European news to like really hear about like the Uyghurs, getting like
Uyghurs,
yeah.
China wants to lead the global new world order.
China wants to lead. Russia's gonna follow. Do you think that's gonna work? Do you think that's gonna work?
Yeah, I do. I think the U.S. is we're in trouble. The West is in trouble right now.
I don't think that's gonna work.
To be honest, all you need is because they're trying to get the Arab nations as well, and all you need is Saudi Arabia to be like, nah, we're with the U.S. Sorry, guys, but I don't know if that'll happen. But
well, isn't there talk of them meeting with with everybody else and not
They were supposed to sign a treaty with Israel before Hamas attacked, which is another reason why I think it's all part of the plan. Hamas attacks to avoid them signing the treaty. All part of the plan.
And do you think now hold on a second. Do you think China and Russia, right, are trying to are like, hey, Iran, do you want to go and like tell Hamas to go and do some shit?
Yeah, probably.
And they're like,
why not?
And they're like, I bet, let's do that. You know what I mean? And they did it because it was right after that exchange for the prisoners.
It was very
release money.
weird.
You know, it's sort of like now they're not trying to hide it. It's sort of convenient that very shortly after that money's given, released to Iran, and those prisoners are released back to the United States.
Okay, you ready for this?
The most notorious Iranian-backed group, Hamas, right, goes into Israel and kidnaps people and kills a whole bunch of people.
I
at
need
a
to get
festival.
really high for this. Give me 1 second.
What is this? Is this history? Oh,
So-
yeah, they got nukes.
It's not even that. It's not even that they have nukes. They have
We
the
gave them
command-
nukes.
No, we don't even know how many nukes they have. The U.S.
Really?
doesn't know how many nukes they have. They have never told anybody.
Maybe
have anywhere
they
from-
really have nukes.
They have anywhere from 50 to 200 allegedly. But here's this: the Samson option. The Samson option is something that the commanders and the people in charge of Israel put together. And the way they said, if Israel ever becomes under attack from all fronts, they have no option other than to nuke every one of their enemies at the same time.
But that fucking puts them in danger, dude.
It's a good old you're surrounded, destroy everything.
Do you think they shoot at Iran and then Iran fires fucking back?
No, they
That's
shoot.
what's
It's, you
gonna
don't
happen.
understand. They shoot at everybody. That's
Who's-
here. Where's
Now,
the?
who's everybody? If it's just Hamas now, do you think they're shooting at Hezbollah?
Yeah,
in the north?
everybody. You gotta remember, Israel's claiming Syria bombed them, so they bombed Syria. They bombed Syria, they bombed Lebanon, so they've already attacked the two neighbors on that side. It's if everyone starts
So you
attacking
mean everybody's
Israel,
surrounding them, everybody but Jordan? Because I think Jordan's like they're all right with Israel. I think
well,
Jordan's
Jordan has said they don't agree with what Israel's doing. They said they don't agree with it.
They don't want a
And they also
war
said
in
it's
the
a
region.
double.
This is the thing. Jordan isn't backing the terrorist groups. Jordan is like, bro, we don't want a full, but we already have one above us in Syria. And that last thing we need is for fucking there to be a war next door. But they're like open to talking and stuff like that. Syria is a shit show and has been for a while. And Hezbollah has been fucking waiting for something like this to go down for a very long time. And Hamas has been the group that's been around for a very long time. But now they apparently, they have backing by Iran, who has military
I think they
influence
already
in
knew.
the area.
I think
And
the US already knew
Iran also backs groups in Yemen too. So going up the fucking Red Sea to get to Israel is fucking
And
complicated.
we were just going to give Iran billions of dollars to help them with their nuclear program. How does this make any sense?
I didn't make that
How does this?
decision.
I know. Well, but did you know that? By the way, here, see, Queen Rania of Jordan accuses West of glaring double standard as the death toll rises in Gaza.
Oh yeah, well, a lot of people died in Gaza. A lot of people are dead.
then-
A lot of people just like let's just look at it this in a general sense just for a second, without like splitting the down the middle shit. A lot of people, thousands of people have died already, right? And all of these thousands of people, all of them, all 100% of them on both sides have died like brutally. You know what I mean? Like some fucking like in ways that like, buildings are fucking crumbling and shit. People are getting fucking stabbed in the street on one side. Buildings are crumbling on the other. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, and it's also, like everything is so close together. It's like, where is there a place to run? Right? Like I know they're supposed to be taking refugees over the Egyptian border by like Suez and shit. But there's not a lot of fucking real estate in that part of the world, believe it or not. It's a very, very, very petite region. You know what I mean? The Middle East in a whole does stretch from the Iranian border all the way to like people even say Morocco. So like all of like North Africa, they consider the Middle East too. But that part isn't all that fucking big. You know what I mean? So where the fuck do people go? You know, with all that destruction, you know.
Wow, hilarious. So I love how the internet tries to scrub information even though it's already out. Biden had a speech and talked about the New World Order, and there has to be a New World Order and blah 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 blah. And now everything that mentions New World Order, it's like they put disclaimers on it, like the context is there's going to be a New World Order out there, and we've got to lead it. Yes, he fucking
President Biden welcomes a new world order. If he's serious, he will need a strong dollar. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes. What's ahead? Where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times.
he kind of talks like Biden.
Off the cuff remarks
Except we can
at the
understand
meeting
him
of the
better.
Business Roundtable this week.
He's a little more
President Biden said,
articulate.
quote, "There's going to be
A lot
new
more
world order
articulate,
out there.
actually.
We've got to lead it. We've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it," end quote. He said that the institutions that predominate today grew out of the two world wars of the last century. If the president is serious here about the U.S. leading positively for a better world, there's one crucial area where the U.S. has been negligent: international monetary policy. The president and others should start by taking a hard look.
He's reading a
at one very
teleprompter.
crucial
I
arrangement.
could see that.
But you know what? Like, all right, look at it this way, right? That term New World Order. There have been other world orders, you know, and like alliances.
Well, I mean, there was at
So-
one time
so when
England was
some-
in charge of everything.
Yeah, but
At one time, you had
the new
Persia.
world order. The New World Order is just the one that's coming out now. This is just the alliance for now.
Yes.
Like there was a New World Order during World War II, and that turned, you know, like United Nations into allies. You know what I mean, and shit like that. But
Apparently,
like,
there's talk of kicking Turkey out of the UN. By the way, or not the UN, out of NATO.
Yes,
out of NATO, excuse me,
out
not
of
of
NATO.
not of the UN or the EU, but
Yeah.
out of NATO.
Out of NATO.
Because what did Turkey say? Turkey did not. They refused to call Hamas a terrorist organization, and they said they don't support what Israel's doing. So then everyone was like, "Yo, you shouldn't be in NATO," which makes no sense because Israel isn't in NATO either. So like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, but like I don't know. In a way, the way this gets treated is almost as if there are countries,
one for all.
countries. No, there are countries that are extension of other countries. You know what I mean? Like,
Are you saying
that-
Israel is an extension of the United States?
I'm saying, like, in a way, a lot of Israeli citizens are American citizens. Let's just, you know, it's true. You know, we back them. We're their biggest ally. Like, you know what I mean? But like that's like also saying, like, for example, like Australia is completely fucking, you know, independent, but they are still like tied to, you know, like the West, like Britain and the United States. You know what I mean? A lot of countries don't exist without each other. You know, the United States, Britain, Australia, you know, Australia, New Zealand. They're two separate sovereign nations, but one backs the other. You know what I mean? We made these alliances back, like, in, you know, like over time, like they've changed, but you know, we're homies still with France, Britain. You know what I mean? Now Japan. Wasn't Japan for a little bit. It was shaky for a little bit, but we're friends with Japan. Have been for quite a while now, you know.
Japan's the friend that we only made because we bullied them enough till they, you know, until they became our friend.
All right. You know, from a certain point of view, I guess. But
I mean, look. Okay. Name another country that America has killed the most citizens of so quickly.
oh, you mean it? Yeah, yeah. Like you mean in a short frame of time?
Yes, so quickly.
Yeah,
We murdered everyone in 2 cities.
yeah. And each time it was like, I think the casualties were a couple 100,000 instantaneously. And then what were the casualties of Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Oh my God.
Hundreds of thousands, right?
140,000 people.
Total? No, that's just Hiroshima is 140.
That's
And then
Hiroshima.
Nagasaki is probably what, like 200,000? Instantaneously. No?
17,000.
That's it?
Wait.
That's at that moment. And then what about like casualties afterwards? Total. Okay. Total.
Total casualties for Hiroshima is 135,000.
And then
Nagasaki,
68.
64,000.
All right. So like I heard it was like, yeah, that's where I was getting the 200,000 from. It was total. I thought one of them had 200,000 people who died and the other one had less. But it was 200. One did have more, one had less, but it was 200,000 total. But that's yeah, I mean it's still a lot of fucking people in one. You know what I mean?
So, and also they don't actually know the total death toll because they only could tell you who died right away. Because a lot of people, you get radiation poisoning and you die 5 years later, 10 years later from a weird cancer.
Yeah, but I think like
Horrible.
yeah, that's like fuck no, but people die a lot quicker than that. Like if you're like close to exposure like that, I think you're dead within days. If you were,
but just radiation exposure can cause cancer at some point in your life. So
oh yeah,
especially with that amount.
but yeah, I mean like before, like you know, like you would think it would be millions or whatever. Like that would be now because populations are so dense now.
So
like
dense.
yeah, like it. Or when you say like it should be more. The reason why you're thinking that is because you're thinking about what Japan looks like now.
Who? I didn't say it should be more. I'm saying that's what the note said. On the article I brought up, it said.
Oh, you're not surprised? It sounded like you were surprised. I thought you were. surprised.
No. It said in the where'd it go? Somewhere over here. It was like they know who died. They know how many died instantly, but they don't know how many died in the days to
casualties.
come, months to come, or years to come.
So hold on a second. Scroll back. So it splits them up. It's no dead and injured are split. 135 isn't total dead. Total dead is 66,000 and total dead is 39,000.
What does casualty mean?
Like people who were affected.
I think casualty means dead.
Yeah, but I guess what these numbers are saying are like, okay, did you ever see the Wolverine movie just called The Wolverine where he goes to Japan?
Yes.
There's an opening scene with him in a prison in a Japanese prison camp, POW style, and he pushes the guy into the concrete fucking prison cell, into the hole, and they survive the blast, but they get horribly burned. Like I think there might be people who might be just a little tad further away than that, who maybe got fucking horribly burned but didn't die, and maybe lived with it for a few years, and like those people were injured. But the people who were killed instantly were only 66,000 people were killed instantly, right? But several hundreds of thousands of people were probably affected. But the thing is, if you were far enough away and you lived within the city, you could have probably, once you heard the sirens going off, because they weren't like blindsided like how we were blindsided in Pearl Harbor. They had the sirens going for a little bit before those planes came in. And then when the Enola Gay flew right over Hiroshima and dropped the bomb, the plane had time to fucking fly out before the bomb hit. You know what I mean? So there was time for people to fucking move as far away as they could. But whoever was closest to the center of the impact obviously died.
Wikipedia, bombings killed between 129 and 226,000 people.
Afterwards, because of all the shit, right?
It doesn't say when. It just says killings in general. Most of whom were civilians.
So then, what numbers are the right numbers? The 66,000. Okay, here you go. 60,000 and 80,000 people. They say it's killed between. You see the killed between?
Roughly half occurred on the first day. For months afterward, many people continued to die from the effects of burns, radiation sickness, and injuries, compounded by illness and malnutrition.
So the total is still the total. Total killed is 226,000 max were killed by the two bombs. So that's what that is. All right. I mean, that's still a lot of fucking people in 1 second. In 2 seconds. You know what I mean? One in each. Boom, boom. That's scary though. Like knowing what the sirens mean, hearing them go off. You know what I mean? And knowing you got to book it, but you don't know where it's going to fucking land.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that we're the only country that has ever dropped a nuclear bomb so far.
Man,
twice.
If they ever, the biggest major city I live near is Miami. If they ever dropped one on Miami, I would just drive into the swamp. I would just go as far north and into the swamp as possible.
So before the podcast started, you said there was something you wanted to talk to me about on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were talking about like the fights and stuff and how John Jones fucking tore his pectoral muscle and that is now not fighting in Madison Square Garden, but which still does not affect my decision to go to that said UFC. I'm still fucking going to that shit. Ticket prices are just way fucking cheaper now. And we were talking about fights. We're talking about Francis Ngannou and we were talking about Tyson Fury, right? And how we're like sort of, we don't want Tyson Fury to lose. Francis Ngannou.
We don't really want Ngannou to lose either. I mean,
there's a sport I'd like to see Francis Ngannou fight in. I think he'd do really well. And
if you say the slap shit, I'm gonna fucking walk off this podcast.
What? Slap what?
The slap competitions.
What, the standing slap shit? The Dana White slap shit? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was gonna walk away.
No. There's slapping involved though. But it's way better. It's almost like slap jitsu. It's okay. It's a Pakistani sport. I don't know. Maybe you've seen some of these videos. It's called.
I think I have. It looks so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. They wear traditional clothes. It's called slap kabaddi. Or I think the traditional name is Thapad Kabaddi, but it's slap kabaddi. Slap kabaddi is and kabaddi Kabaddi. It's pretty fucking wild. These guys, some of these dudes are actually pretty athletic. Some of these guys are just regular ass dudes with dad bods who just like slap box, but they can't slap each other in the face. I think they can only slap on the torso. But these guys slap the shit out of each other and they follow each other. And I don't know, but I think it's over when one guy's like, I can't take it anymore. Like, stop.
They're hitting the face too. But listen, I don't think these guys have anything on people I slap box with in like East New York. There's no way.
You gotta watch some of this shit. There's one dude, they're calling him like the fucking Michael Jordan of fucking slap kabaddi. This guy is like doing like some Bruce Lee shit, but I think some of it's staged. I think some of it's actual fighting and some of it's wrestling.
Look at this. Look.
Oh yeah, they face slap.
What is this? This is so stupid.
It's Pakistan slap boxing. And they do some judo, yeah.
He slapped his titty. He slapped his titty.
And what was? And they follow each other, yeah.
This is so stupid.
Some of these guys are sort of fit, and some of these guys are like, but these guys do. Oh wow!
Wait, I'm very curious how that smack made the guy fly back. Like, come on.
He hit him like on his neck, like.
Yo, there should be no music on this video, so we can hear the smacking. Listen to that. Oh, that's the side of his head.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice toss.
Nice
Ooh,
toss.
another nice toss.
See, that shit's sort of exciting when they start wrestling each other. Like when the guys start judo flipping. That's what sort of caught my attention.
I don't understand this.
I don't know how you score. Like, what's, you know?
I just want to let you know something. This whole time it was explaining on the bottom there how to play the game, but we were too busy watching the slaps to read the bottom to know.
Hold on. Okay. It's okay. It includes two men in traditional attire who basically only have to slap each other until one has enough. Like, that's what this says here. This is a sport like patronized by hordes of people. Like, just people gather around and people slap each other, but you can hip toss. You can hip toss, right? Obviously.
Not really.
You could do judo tosses and shit like that. That's what sort of I was like, oh, but
I don't want to see a highlight video. I want to see a match now. Let me see a match.
Yeah, from beginning to end. Some of them are pretty athletic. I mean, like, it looks exciting. It looks fucking exhausting, dude. Better than the slap boxing. Than the slap fighting. The Dana White shit. That shit.
Power
Yeah.
slap. No, I was just there.
No, that is slap kabaddi is better than
Right
power
here.
slap.
Come on. Let's go.
Way better than power slap.
I want to see a match, not a highlight video. Ooh.
Superman slap. You heard that? Did you hear that? Superman slapped him. He's Superman. Twice. Oh. Tricky. That's. He just slapped through that guy, bro. Yeah, he just like sort of threw him off balance with the slap. This is amazing. See, there's theatrics. I think it's a little like wrestling, you know?
Where he just put his pants?
I think they got chalk or some shit.
The white guy, not white guy, the guy in white hands him something. He puts something in his pants. See that?
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Ooh.
Yo, he knocked him out.
Oh.
Yo, done. Rap.
Wow.
Rap.
Where's he going?
That's CTE. So he just knocked him the fuck out.
He's had enough. What's he doing? Talking shit, or is he like, I'm good, bro?
Nah, it's like, yeah, he's knocked out, bro. He's knocked out. Refs came in and stopped that shit. That's a stoppage.
I wonder how bad it smells.
That's it.
Right now. Yeah.
They're oiled the fuck up, these guys. Yo,
I realized something, Ryan. I think we hold back too much with saying things.
What do you mean?
Like I just said, you know, it probably smells horrible there.
It definitely smells like the armpit.
It might have been slightly racist, but I didn't mean it racist at all. I meant it in a whole factual sense because, I mean, anyway.
It definitely smells like straight up armpit.
The reason why I said I think we hold back a little bit is like, you know, Big J Gomez. Is it Big J Gomez? No. What's his name?
No.
What the hell? I can't even say.
Louis
J. Gomez. My brain.
Yeah.
Big J. What's Big J? It's other one's Louis. Okay, Louis J. Gomez would say it in a heartbeat. I'm like, what would Louis J. Gomez do in this situation?
So it's like, what would Jesus do? You would just say like, what would Louis J. Gomez?
Oh my God, the things they say sometimes when they throw and they casually say it and no one acknowledges how fucking horrible and racist it is. What you just said. Oh my God. But
guess,
the point
like,
is, it's
yeah.
not. It's not serious. He's not being serious. He's, well, maybe he is being a little serious.
It's also
sometimes.
comfort level. It's also comfort level, I guess, too. Like,
No, but I
don't
was
know.
thinking, I was like, wow, it must smell horrible. Then I'm like, that's something you should say out loud,
Yeah.
not in your brain, especially on this show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely thinking it smells like straight
Oh
up
my
fucking
god, so bad.
the only armpit. You know what
Like
I mean?
I remember, I saw, I forgot what movie it was, and there was a joke about how horrible yellow taxis smell in New York City. And I was like, that joke's gotta be stupid. Come on, guys. And then I grew up a little bit, took a yellow taxi, and I was like, it fucking stinks in here.
Well, I mean, that's like any fucking taxi cab, dude. The car service around the corner from my house, their cars smelled like the only fucking.
Yeah,
like,
but how come the
what
Uber guys keep their cars so much nicer?
No, everybody now, people care more now. People didn't give a shit back in the day, and yellow taxis are like a back in the day kind of car.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
yellow taxis. Yellow taxis are probably the only sort of like common thing that we have with like the early 20th century.
Well, New York did a
And it's
smart
still
thing
around.
where
And
like,
even like other cities like Los Angeles.
you don't need it to drive for Uber or Lyft, but I think if you want to drive for one of the more luxurious companies, because there's like Revel has Teslas that you drive people around in, and it's more.
Yeah.
It's anyway. They require you to have the medallion, the license,
that $1 million something fucking thing.
Well, it's not anymore. It's not $1 million anymore. It's like a $500 class.
Oh, just to be like certified.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And
Okay.
So
It's not like buying a cab medallion.
No, that was
okay.
that was a ripoff back in the day. But hold on, let's finish this. He's patting him on the head. Oh, it's not that.
It's fucked up how like we're watching this Pakistani fucking slapboxing and we just start talking about yellow taxi cabs. Be like, you know what? Do you think these guys? Do you think when the next time you get into a fucking yellow taxi cab, that dude's thinking about the next time he gets to watch this shit?
Probably play cricket. Now that I'm racist, bro.
Dude, do you know? No, do you know how fucking big cricket's getting?
It's huge. I used to have a guy I worked with who used to watch it, and I'm like, "How can you watch this?" She's like, "Shut up, I'm watching it." I'm like, "But
it's getting big in South Florida. You know where it's really big is in the Caribbean. It's really big in the Caribbean, not just like India, Pakistan, Britain, right? Like it's big in the Caribbean, and you get a lot of Caribbean population live in South Florida, a lot in New York, a lot all over the United States. So they bring cricket to like. I used to watch cricket games around the corner from my house in Marine Park.
I was just gonna say, I used to watch the guys play cricket in Marine Park. I almost got hit by a ball once. I threw it back to them, and they were like, "Thank you." I almost got hit with that fucking ball. Also, I want to point out something. So, I don't think. Okay, the yellow taxi people are no longer the yellow taxi people, and now the yellow taxi drivers have evolved to be more like Ethiopians or Africans.
Oh, like West Africans.
Yes. Now all the previous yellow taxi people, the Pakistanis and Indians, are all now doctors and dentists.
Oh yeah, they all came here to do what they originally intended to. Yes. And that was to become, and not just that, lawyers and fucking engineers and shit like that.
My question is now, what are the West Africans going to evolve into?
And STEM. A lot of them go into, a lot of people from like India and Pakistan got into like science and mathematics and shit like that too.
Not the guys doing this.
No, these guys.
This is the bottom dwellers of society.
You think so? I think this is a weekend hobby for these guys. I don't think any of these guys are professional slackers.
I'm not making fun of them at all.
No, but
they are one of the same. They are, well, that's not. I mean, when I call them bottom dwellers, I'm not making fun of them.
I had to dwell on the bottom of the internet to find this shit.
I've seen clips of this online, and I can't find the one I wanted to show. Not of this shit, but something else. Was it free slaps? No. Are they gonna make out now? Are they gonna make out?
Back up, bro. Oh, the fight goes on. Damn.
I don't know. Ooh, did you see that?
What was that?
Let's see. Oh, oh my! What the?
Oh, what the
Yo,
fuck, bro?
He cheap shots him. He gives him a high five to start the match, and he just starts going ham. What the fuck?
Yo, this is the boss that you have to face at the end of the fucking the bodega fight game.
Bodega Wars.
Bodega Wars.
Ooh. You know what I realized though?
He sort of missed him. He half slapped him on that one.
They're not either. There's no blocking in this sport, or they're not allowed to block these hits because they don't block any of them.
No, they don't. I don't think you're allowed to block any of the hits. I think what I've got from this is that you're allowed to use somebody else's momentum to trip them up, but you cannot push them, right? Doesn't look like you could push. You could slap only forward. You can't kick. You can't close your fist. You can't block. You can't check anything. But you could toss. You could hip toss. And it looks like you could do some sort of fucking acrobatic Superman slap shit. But let's see how this fight ends, because this has to come to like a... Wow, this guy's amped up. You saw he got amped up. You saw he got amped up.
This summer, we should go to the beach and do this.
And just do this?
Stand by.
Nice. Nice. What? I don't get it, though. Was he able to, like, win because he jumped over him? Like, what the hell? That was totally weird. Big boy. Oh, man.
Uh-oh. She's about to knock it out. Oh,
This
my
fat
children are
ass
so
is good.
sick. What is this fat guy? What did I miss? Oh,
Yo,
went to a different video?
Yes. So the last one ended in a weird way. The guy, the smaller guy slapped the guy back and then leapfrogged over him, and then the fight was over. And I was like, I didn't understand what happened.
That's so
I
weird.
didn't understand what happened.
There was something I had to say, but I forgot what.
But then this guy popped up, and these guys are like the heavyweights, it looks like. This dude's got all sorts of folds. Like, he was probably like a bodybuilder, like, mad long time ago. But, like, he definitely gave up.
He definitely gave up. This guy was a bodybuilder a long time ago, but he definitely gave up.
He definitely gave up. But this guy's like...
Ooh. He taped his fingers. Ooh.
He slaps hard, bro. That's
Yeah,
fucking
man.
slapper. It's like sumo without the pushing.
But he's not going. Ooh. Gee. Oh. Ooh, he did a trip. How you know?
Oh, these guys. Wait, is this a 2-on-1? This guy.
I don't know, but I'll be right back again.
All right. Baby, wake it up. What the fuck is this guy doing? Slap him, bro. What the fuck was that? What is going on here? Are these guys? Is this how they just amp themselves up? What the? What is going on?
What are these guys doing? Just jerking off?
They just started. This guy was just, yeah. This announcer is fucking putting me to sleep, bro. The announcer's gotta go. Championships? I want to see what a champion fucking a kabaddi fucking fighter looks like.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for first fight.
What is this shit?
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Slap Fight Championship Underground. My name is Daniel Austin, alongside Daniel Jubitsky for 7 slap fighting contests, 2 of which
Underground
will be title matchups, Daniel. As
wait
well
a minute,
as 2
this might be
slap
different.
ass contests as well.
Yes, I'm very interested how it will look like tonight. We'll have, as the name is saying, underground venue. So it will,
Yeah, slap fighting champions all the time. Right now, we have got...
this is a light heavyweight match. So 220 pounds.
Dude's short. He has short arms. How can you even reach this guy's head?
And we can see the first slap. Each fight will have
This is
3
like you're
slaps
gonna get hurt.
per person. If there will be a draw after that 3 slaps per person, there will be an additional slap
always gonna get hurt.
overtime.
Well, I think that
Brain
he's going to
damage,
need an
everybody.
additional slap there because Piccola didn't even flinch almost on that first one. Take another look at it here. Watch this. Bam. He hit him as hard as he could. It was his first time. He's making his debut here in Slap Fighting Championship. So
His
maybe just
debut.
He's just like a regular dude.
How
What is this guy?
to hit your opponent to
guy's-
knock
this-
him out
this-
because
this
they
other
are
dude
full of
is jacked.
knockouts. The slap
The other dude's gonna smack his fucking head
He's
off
gonna
his
smack his-
fighting championship events are totally full of knockouts.
Yeah, you want to get it done on the first time because you don't want to get hit. Now he's going to have to eat one.
You could
Still
see,
up, though.
yeah, you could see what I was speaking about. Here's a knockdown, but he has a time to recover. And
Jesus.
yet.
No, it ain't over yet.
This
That's
is
like brain
awesome.
damage.
But just
man.
barely.
His
Thinking about
face-
it, he's trying to get his
swelled
wits
up.
about him here. He'll make it to round number 2, but just barely.
His face is barely
This
right.
again.
Look at the size, though. These are 2 different sized individuals here, and obviously size does matter here, Dan.
How do
Yes,
these guys think
definitely.
this is anything any better than like
Piccolo
getting
is
punched in the
14
head?
pounds
It's not.
heavier here.
Worse.
Yep.
It's worse.
Fucking worse.
When we were previously known as Punch Down on a couple of different occasions. Before,
Sorry.
goodness. Come on, he
I
hits
wanna
him
s-
again. Round number 2 coming up here. Let's see what Bakush can do this time. Oh, and he hits him again, and he did a little bit more damage that time.
Yes, but from the other hand,
No, he looks
Piccolo
worried.
looked,
He looked
hard
worried
like
that he didn't
Casablanca.
hurt him.
Yeah, he did.
What
His
the
knees
fuck?
buckled just a bit that time, but I think that Bakush did a little bit better.
Make a fight because
I love how you could be just blatantly out of shape and do this.
Former pro canoeist, fanatic.
Also, did you notice his right foot came up off the ground? That's actually a foul. I don't know if anybody caught that or not. I just saw it.
Wait a second.
His right foot came.
Other side,
You can't jump. He
Oh,
jumped.
that is a foul.
Also, did you notice his right foot came up off the ground? That's actually a foul. I don't know if anybody caught that or not.
I don't know why I
just saw
said
it
that
here
is
on
a
the
foul
replay.
because I don't
You
know the
have to keep
rules,
both
but they
feet.
said it's a foul.
You're,
so-
you're supposed to just pivot at
Like
your
you
hip.
said, Bakush is a canoeist. He did canoeing, and so he definitely has a very strong upper body. And you can see that he's very cut and ripped coming in here. But he's still, I think, at a little bit of a disadvantage.
This one's gonna hurt bad.
Oh, and
Oh!
he made out comes the mouth guard now, and he took a hard.
Let's do it again.
Burt. Derp.
Oh, and that time he may be out. Out comes the mouth guard now. He took a hard spill. This one could be over. He's got 30 seconds here, unless somebody calls it off and steps in. They may
Let him do it again. Let him do it again. Let him do it again.
Toughness gets in the way.
Yeah,
he can't even walk. He needs to be escorted off the stage.
Wow.
That was a knockout, a
Wow.
huge knockout victory there. It's bad enough. The second one, and it was game over.
I don't think this looks fun.
And two referees and judges, Jacek Rzepecki and Karol Matuszczak, who are Polish.
How drunk did that dude get that night after this?
Generated a lot of
Drunk. How long did he sleep for? Which guy are you talking about? The guy that won or the guy that lost?
The guy who lost, he's not sleeping, dude. You don't go to bed after getting knocked out like that. You got to stay up.
You don't have to announce it. Come on, this is stupid.
And he backed up.
I think it should be required to do a shot between each slap.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's my kind of fucking slap boxing.
Tell us some other option done.
Blah blah blah. What's next? Come on. Yeah, I hit him and he fell, and I trained for this.
He's standing.
Are you recovered? Yes, everything's okay.
Everything's okay. I just don't know my own name anymore, and I'm not sure of the day of the week. And are you my wife?
Your slaps did nothing, my friend. Your slaps did nothing.
Absolutely. So we will see.
Fight, first fight. Monica!
Oh, we got the ladies.
That's a lady.
Why are they dressed like fighters?
That's a lady.
Yeah.
Do they test for steroids? Because
I'm Monica Quantros.
No.
I'm 36 years old. I said to have a son.
no, they don't test for steroids, right?
No, they don't. No way. Dude, this is like in Europe.
In the army, I can
Sounds like Russia.
I won my debut. My second fight was a draw.
Would you hit it?
She got a big head. I don't know.
I'm more worried about the size of those arms.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like she like I don't think. Okay.
She could crush an almond in her fucking.
I don't think
right
you
here.
fuck her. I think she fucks you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing if that you're into that, but I'm just saying.
I'm muscled, tough, and
We know. Come on.
right. And so
I wonder who she's fighting. I'm gonna feel bad if it's like some little frail blonde chick.
Big. So what's so big? All right, she's fit too. All right, she could slap the shit out of her also.
She's more girly looking. That's probably gonna offend somewhere.
Yeah.
But she's more feminine looking, if that makes sense.
Nah,
Not that the other one doesn't look feminine. I don't know.
Sort of,
Oh, not the face. Never mind.
I'm from Łódź.
I mean, I'm not no
Sport was always
spring chicken,
in
but
my
I'm
life.
just
I
saying.
was training athletics.
Oh no, those boobs real? Those boobs do not look real.
no, they're not. It's cold in there.
My right now I'm an MMA fighter in freak fights. I've decided to fight
He's
in
an MMA
fighting
fighter.
championships because
In freak
I
fights.
like challenge and sharp.
Okay, it's time for
First female slap fight of the contest. This is not in the last time in the light.
What happened? Did we get banned?
We got streamed down. So give it a couple seconds of we're gonna get rid of this.
Okay.
Give it a couple seconds and
That
we'll be back.
sucks. That hasn't happened in a while. When was the
Be
last
right
time?
back?
When was the last time they took
And
us
then
off?
and we had where'd he go? We had someone new in the chat. Indiana Tones. Damn. Oh, Indiana Tones is from Staten Island. He does whatchamacallit, metal detecting. We know we're gone. We were taken down because we were watching that shit. We'll be back in a second.
Damn, so we're off on all platforms?
We'll be back in a second, though. What's going on here?
Wow, they took us off of everything?
Just to YouTube.
Oh, but that's a lot.
Which
That's
is
whack.
everything right now.
Which is everything right now. It's like almost like we're outlaws a little bit. Violation of YouTube standards.
Be back faster, they wrote. Wow.
Violation of YouTube standards. Are we still a black screen? That sucks.
The 3 most dangerous fish in the world. No.
We're back. We're
back.
We're back. All right, let's go back to watching the slap videos. I'm just kidding.
Is that what got us kicked? Or
Yeah,
it just happened, right?
See, I keep a stream going on the side here so I can see.
Just to
how we
monitor
look.
it. Yes, I know. Yeah. Wow. Vain much?
And I can, well, no, to make sure shit like that doesn't happen. And I noticed, I look down and I go, wait a second, we're gone. And Hiddleston let us know when we were gone. So I knew at what point, at 10:40, we were gone.
Since you were gone.
So 2 minutes.
Wow.
I can breathe for the first
for
time.
2 minutes.
As I'm moving on. Yeah. 2 minutes. Okay. So I don't know.
Time to refuel.
I'm running low.
Oh, what is it? Disposable?
Yes, but I have this one.
I always get like every once in a while I get one of those disposable ones. I'll get one that just won't work proper. The last one I didn't.
They're disposable, but you could recharge them.
Nice.
So that you can't fill it up and put more in, but you have a charging port. Like this one, these two are both supposed to be the same thing, live resin. This one tastes much stronger and like legit. This one kind of tastes like it has artificial flavoring in it.
This tastes like weed.
I would hope so. Oh wait, I X'd out that screen, didn't I? No, I had stuff to show, and now it's gone.
We weren't getting booted off when we were showing fucking Pakistani slap boxing.
No, well, because I think they don't give a shit about that. Anyway. What else do you want me to say?
I mean, I gave a shit about it like for 20 minutes today when I was like, what's this? It keeps showing up on my algorithm.
How do I? This should be right? No, you stupid son of a.
So, are you part of the people who espouse that they think they're gonna fucking like nukes will be used during this fucking conflict?
Yes.
You think they're gonna use the nukes?
I think someone's gonna fuck up. I think things are too hostile right now for someone not to fuck up.
To fuck up. I like that. I like that.
You remember the movie The Sum of All Fears?
Yeah, it's just one fucking dumb mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Someone turns the wrong key.
And they nuke a fucking stadium.
I hope it's not a stadium. I like stadiums. I'm actually, like that's what I do now. Like as an aged person, an adult into my adulthood, I like going to stadiums. You know what I mean? For multiple reasons, not just concerts, but sporting events of all sorts. So I would not want them to nuke a stadium.
Wow.
I mean, but the thing is, if you think about it, if it's during like a really important fucking game, you could easily do a Hiroshima.
It's not. Yeah, I was gonna say it's yeah. You're gonna fuck shit up, and most stadiums are in city centers.
Yeah. Not so much in New York City. Obviously, like Flushing and South Bronx. But Madison Square Garden is in, like the middle of it all.
Might as well show the shit you sent me, right?
Oh, what did I send you? I sent you
Sure,
a lot of things. Oh, I love Muay Thai refs. Dude, I thought it was just, there was one viral video of a Muay Thai ref. Do you remember you sent it to me?
He jumps and catches everyone. He always dives and catches their head.
The one guy.
Tongues on the floor, yeah.
They all do it, apparently. You know what I mean? They all are fucking, like, crazy fucking quick with saving the head.
He checked that kick. He caught the head. Damn. That's
a bad knockout. Yeah. And he fell with them like he knew how to fall. That was a nice hip toss there.
Right, almost got kicked in the head. Wow. Yeah, that was it started over again.
That started over again. Yeah, that's pretty sick, dude. That it's not just like that one guy. I'm like, now it feels a little bit, Oh yeah.
Same sex was away for the last 30 years.
What did he say?
No.
But some approach it with trademark Irish humour.
I'm all in favour of same-sex marriage because I've been having same sex with the wife for the last 30 years.
I'm for same-sex marriage. I've been having the same sex with my wife for 30 years.
A trip off how little people always look like you called their name.
Oh, this guy fucking nailed it on the head. I felt bad for laughing hard at this. As hard as I did at this.
Little people.
This is an inclusion joke. If you don't talk about them, it's like you acting like they can't be talking. Anybody can be talked about. Think about every time you see a little person, you see their face. You might have a hard time, but you see them walking, right? You see a little person walking. You see them walking, they be like.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
They never turn around without backing up first.
Wow.
Y'all ever trip off how little?
Why would he never tell that joke again? Yeah, I don't think he told that joke again. Why not? It was hilarious. I'm sure he did. He told it somewhere else, and it absolutely killed. This crowd was shook. LOL. He needs a country. White crowd.
No, not. I mean, okay. That's. You know what the fucking funny thing is? Do you know what the fucking funny thing is? A country white crowd and like a city black crowd would fucking die laughing at this. You know what I mean?
It was fucking hilarious. That was.
I was like, this dude is too fucking spot on. I couldn't not, like, I snorted, laughed. That's how hard I laughed. And that doesn't happen often.
You're bending down. Are you sure you aren't going to break a hip?
No, my hips are actually in better shape than your hips.
You want to tell me why that is?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I exercise and you don't.
Wow.
Oh, you aren't going to break a hip?
No, my hips are actually in better shape than your hips.
You want to tell me why that is?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I exercise and you don't.
Burn, 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 burn.
What else did you send me?
Feel the burn.
Let's see. Do you have anything else here?
Don't fuck with the salty old lady. Salty old lady's got the comebacks, bro. Salty old lady's got the comebacks.
How do I log out into a different account? This thing is so stupid. Oh, I love that one. That's my boo. You know what that is, right?
That's not Whaley, is that? No.
Stamp
Oh,
Faircuts.
yes. Yes.
She's so fucking gangster. And she's fucking, I think she's amazing.
She fights for one.
Yeah, she's the champion. The coach said something very interesting like the other day. He was like, "Yeah, I just want to let you know, when you came into the gym, you sucked, and like we had no ambition that you were going to be anything. And here you are, the champion, and like one of the best fighters in the world." And she was like, "Eh."
Didn't she come from some other background? Like, wasn't she? She wasn't the one that was like. All right, I remember this with the baseball jersey. So I have seen her fight.
Hi everyone, I'm Dumbfounded. I will be hosting Muay Thai and Kickboxing seminar at the World
I'd go to that.
MMA on October 29th.
Probably
See
so
you there.
expensive
Bye.
and insane.
I check her leg kick.
Those knees, she throws it. Got all that. She totally wiped her out with body shots. That was crazy. Wiped her out with body shots.
I'm like terrified from my knees to like my mid torso, like that. Like I wouldn't be so much afraid of my face, but like this is mangled. She's going to fuck up your center.
Boom, boom, and then those the punches, boom, boom.
Don't you think like maybe
she's beating everyone? She's cleared out her entire.
I know like it's like a never gonna happen kind of thing, but don't you think there should be some sort of like a GOAT of now time crossover fight between cross promotion? You know what I mean?
Should be, but the problem is
Bellator versus UFC guy or one versus Bellator guy.
The problem is, I forgot who said it. It might have been someone on Joe Rogan, probably because that's where I listen to the most. But they said that the problem with that is one promotion has more to lose than the other. So, like, if Bellator guys sweep out the UFC guys, the UFC has more to lose. Not that would happen. It's just like if the UFC did UFC fighters versus one championship, well, there's a different set of rules, kind of. That's one. Two, one isn't as well known as the UFC, so UFC has nothing to really gain from it, and one has everything to gain from it. If from a business standpoint, I think it's a great idea, but I don't know if she beats what she won. I forgot what she might be 115. So there's no 115 in the UFC anymore, is there?
I don't think so. I think it's 125, 135, and 145.
Stands back on her feet, throwing kicks at you again. Done her homework on Holland.
Ooh, she got charged.
Positions are concerned. It's like you come back out in the next round, in round 3, and stands back on her feet, throwing kicks at you again. Done her homework on Holland.
She put that on her Twitter. I mean, on her Instagram.
So 115 means like she would have to fight somebody at 125 in the UFC.
Yeah. And I don't think she cuts a lot of weight. She's a tiny Thai girl. Ooh, she punched her. It was just punched right in the ow.
But, you know.
And she's got jiu-jitsu. Ooh, she got kneed in the head. Did she finish it? She gets kneed in the head. Watch, I think the girl's knee hits her in the head.
Yeah.
Whoa, the shit across the face.
The shit across the face, yeah. Damn, and that's like a drop too. So her,
Right?
Damn. The thing is, like, I feel like I feel bad that I don't watch enough not like this, but it's like
She always comes in dancing. It's kind of cute.
the, the audience is more in Asia for one, right?
Yeah.
Like they have their big audiences out there, like they fight in Singapore and like Japan and right.
Yep. Pull the mic closer to your mouth.
Oh,
Did
sorry.
you forget about it?
I completely forgot about the
It happens.
mic. Usually I follow around, but I completely like slept on it. But like I was just saying, like, like they're really big out there. That's like their thing out there. And I guess it would be like cross promotion. Nobody, like, who benefits from that really, one more than the other? And obviously, if somebody gets fucking beat, it's not a good look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you could always snatch up a fighter, give them a contract to fight in your promotion, and then have them fight all of your franchise guys. Which is what Chandler's doing right now. You know what I mean? Michael Chandler was fucking boss in Bellator, and
he was interesting in Bellator. He had great battles with Eddie Alvarez, who then moved to the UFC.
But
sorry, I'm just fanboying.
Mike's gathering Spank Bank fucking visuals.
Oh, that's not Spank. Come on. I don't think there's anything here that would work for that. Like, if I want to do that, I would go.
I mean, you could go to Thailand and pay to have sex with somebody that looks like her with a penis.
I thought you were gonna say her. Like, wait, Thailand's that bad? Boom, that's what you gotta do.
Oh, there you go.
That's her friend. That's her. Huh.
Oh, her friend, Mike. Her friend? Is it her friend?
That's her friend.
Or her more than friend?
That's her friend. I'm simping.
Mike's simping.
That made me laugh so hard. Anyway, well, guys, it's been a great night. I gotta go. Let me grab the lotion and I'll be right back. Yeah, so they're pretty open about there needs to be a new world order, and I really hope it doesn't lead to nuclear war.
We talk a lot about nukes. I feel like that's a common.
Because okay,
are you a nukophobic?
No.
What's the word for like being afraid of nukes?
Being logical.
What's crazy is that I thought we came far from that, like, because I grew up with it being a thing,
And what's crazy is how quickly it's come to it now, back again, and it's. I can only think or wonder if this is the U.S. government's fault.
I mean,
they play some dirty games with some dangerous people.
This I think everybody plays dirty games with dangerous people. I think there are a lot of dangerous people that play dirty games in the world, and I think humans are just humaning, and this isn't something that has not happened in the past where there have been flare-ups between great nations. You know what I mean? But now it just seems like the nations that are flaring up, that it's flaring up between, are larger than ever. You know what I mean? And and everybody sort of has a formidable rival, ally, opponent, and that's what is really anxiety inducing. And everybody has their access to great destructive power, some more than others. Watching Russia have difficulty with Ukraine doesn't really give me the confidence in saying that them trying to come at us here is a possibility. China and Russia having to bond up together to come at us makes it sound like them individually are not, equipped to come at us directly.
Oh.
That being said, we still have influence and allies
Well, speaking of
surrounding them, both. You know what I mean?
Speaking of
Japan,
that,
Japan, Australia,
the
most of
Philippines
Europe.
apparently hates China.
Yeah, because they were. In the past, they've had to deal with imperialism from the Chinese, and they may have resentment for more recent historical happenings with the Philippines and stuff like that. And the United States had naval bases, I think, in the Philippines for a long
Do we
time.
still? I think we still do, don't we?
We might still do. And before us were the Spanish.
Let me see. Military bases. United States stands steadfast in support of the Philippines as we announce plans today to expand the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement to include 4 new sites. So there's already bases there, but they added 4 new bases as of April of last year. Where'd that money come from? It's a lot of money to build a base.
Well, where it was there. You know what I mean? Like, it's there. There is money there. You know what I mean? Saying that there's not money is just a saying to rile up, to get everything all.
The deficit is the worst it's ever been. The deficit is going to cripple all of us.
Pushing the budget shit to the forefront, right? And claiming that they're going to shut down the government and scaring everybody with that. It was just a tactic to get the Speaker of the House out, because a lot of Republicans didn't want him in, and a lot of Democrats didn't want him around either. So it was obvious that they were fucking just trying to push him out. Like it's starting to become a little obvious that it's like, okay, listen, I don't really like Trump either, but it's obvious that all this legal shit is to hinder his ability to run.
And you're not hindering much. You're making him more popular because people are like, wow.
I don't think
he said the government was coming after him, and
yeah,
they were coming after him, and look, they're coming after him.
Yeah,
that's going to happen.
He's affirming it. I don't think he, it's being very effective either, as far as like what they're trying to.
If it's, I don't vote. But if I was going to vote,
if I were a voting man,
if I was going to vote and it came down to Trump or Biden and there was no other alternative, well, I would usually vote third party. But if I had to pick one of the two, I think I'm picking Trump.
I'm going RFK Jr.
Well, me too. But I'm saying if there was no alternative.
Yeah.
And I can't even say I think I know that for sure, because I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I don't want him back in either. But I don't want Biden.
Yeah.
I don't want any of these people, actually. I think the biggest problem with everything that's going on today, and if people can't see it, the biggest problem is all of our governments. Regardless of what country you're in, it's all of our governments. It's also every religion.
Or their ideologies. You got to say that some countries are godless.
But we're not having trouble with that many godless countries.
China's sort of godless.
They're communists, so I said government was also the problem. So government and religion, they're a government.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and they both could be sort of very similar to each other.
So that's the problem with the world, and I think we need to adopt a new system, and that system is anarchism.
I got a question.
But wait, pause. Wait. Before you say it, I just want to let you know, I've already created the next episode for Wednesday and the name of the episode.
What is it?
The name of the episode is "Humans Are Just Humaning."
Humans are just humaning.
You said it.
Yeah,
And
I
was
did
like, "Oh
say
shit,
it.
that's the name of an
Yes.
episode," and I'm gonna forget that that's the name of an episode.
It's just humans humaning.
And what's funny is no matter
Or
what
humans
happens
just
between
humaning,
now,
yeah.
whatever happens between now and Sunday, it's all going to be attributed to humans just humaning anyway. So there we go.
It will be, yeah.
Anyway,
It'll be
you
pretty
were saying I
self-explanatory.
interrupted you. I apologize.
Oh yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Shit.
What
Hold
did I
on.
say immediately before
I'm
that?
going to see right now. Hold on. Hold on. I can find it. Hold on.
Are we going back into the past? Is this like Spaceballs? No, then is now. Now is now. You remember when they fast forward Spaceballs?
You said, "Yo, I got a question for you."
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I said, right?
And then you said Catholic.
Oh, the Catholic Church has got all this fucking money, right?
Still to this day.
Right? They're loaded.
Yes.
They're
Still to this
super
day.
rich.
Yes.
They're the rich that like I think they're richer than some countries or some shit. Like I don't know.
They
For
have
what-
their own country inside a country. That's not really a country, but it is a country.
The Vatican, yeah. So they got all this. Who do they want
By the
to
way,
win
they have
all
so
this?
much money that they have priceless art that they could sell if they needed money.
I know.
Who do they? What'd you say? Who do they?
Who do they want to win?
So
Like they got all this
had
fucking money.
I had a vision or a thought, not a vision. What if the Pope came out and said, "I want to do another crusade. We need to get Jerusalem back to Christianity."
Like flipped from like because I think the Pope that's up there now is sort of a little on the like lax about things.
Yes,
side.
yes. No, I'm
He's-
saying though, because that's what the Crusades were.
He
back
does,
in the
he,
day. It
doesn't,
was the
he
Pope
doesn't he
saying-
doesn't hated the gays anymore.
No,
you
no,
know?
no. What, the Pope's not saying anything about the gays. What if he comes out and goes, "It's time to bring the motherland back to Christianity. I declare a crusade against those who have Jerusalem," which means he's declaring war on Islam, Palestine, and Israel.
And Islam too. Like it would be if like the Crusades, like Saladin,
Yes.
that was a Muslim fucking.
And then imagine like Italy, Germany, England, Ireland, all of them are like, "Yeah, okay, let's do it." And Russia's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
That's a world war, Mike. That's what you call a world war.
Yes, but it's a very different. It's like another crusade. No, what if that happens and then the Crusades happens and that happens and they start doing their crusade things, and
I mean the Crusades.
Russia doesn't do anything, and America doesn't do anything. And we're just sitting there like,
Yeah.
what the fuck do we do? What?
I mean-
America is okay. America is not a godless country, but I
No,
wouldn't.
there's a lot
call
of
it
religious people here.
I wouldn't call it a Christian country or Catholic country. Our government.
A lot of
ain't
people
going to
believe
listen
it
to the
is.
Pope.
Yeah,
Oh, those people are dumb.
but you do have a lot of Catholics in the United States. I think the most Catholics in the world live where in the United States, or
I would think the Vatican.
which country has the most Catholics? It's got to be the United States. No, maybe not. Brazil? No, probably the U.S. Not the United States.
Brazil.
Brazil?
Brazil.
Oh, okay. So
The
my
United
second
States
guess-
is number 5 on the list. It's Brazil, Mexico, Philippines,
Oh, the Philippines?
and then the United States, and then Italy. Jesus. So like South America and Central America is
All
way
Catholic.
more Catholic than the United States.
The whole continent is Catholic.
Well,
Pretty much.
not the whole, but the population is high. I'd say, not Catholic.
South of the Rio Grande is Catholic land all the way down to the tip of Argentina.
Here, I'll
You
share
know
the
what I mean?
screen. Let me see. Which makes sense because Spanish conquistadors were all Christian.
Catholic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Catholic. Sorry. Here we go. You ready? Boom. Afghanistan has what? Catholic is barely any. 200 in Afghanistan. There's 200 Catholics. Sorry, you poor fucks.
No, but they're not.
you poor sons of bitches.
But dude, those motherfuckers are not Afghani. They're probably
Hold on. When was this data taken? Because if it was taken like in 2013, there's not 200 Catholics anymore in Afghanistan.
Yeah, I don't
There's
think
none.
so. I don't think so. Yeah.
20 million. Does that say 20 million? Yeah.
20 million.
Where is that?
Angola.
Republic of Angola. South America, isn't it? No, Africa. Jesus. I didn't even know that was a country. Did you know that was a country?
Angola, yeah, in Africa, yeah.
Wow.
Andorra, I didn't know what Andorra was.
Where's Andorra?
Where the fuck is Andorra? In Europe. Oh, Andorra's got to be like Monaco. It's like one of those. Oh, okay. What do they call them? Principality? Yeah.
It's 4,000 there. We have 29 million in Argentina, or anywhere from 22 to 29 million.
Argentina, that makes sense. Yeah. Armenia, 8,000. Well, Armenia is like. Armenians aren't they like Muslim, or are they? Oh no, I think they're like Orthodox.
I don't know what they are. Well, we'll look up. Australia's 5 million. Austria's 4 million. Don't know where that is. How to say that is 2,000.
The Bahamas, Azerbaijan,
39,000, 71,000, 110,000.
In Bahrain,
Bangladesh. Barbados has 10,000.
Belarus.
There's a lot of Catholics in this world. Jeez.
Well,
wow,
I think
Brazil. You think what?
I think the most is Muslims. Islam's the biggest. And then it's Christianity, but I think Catholicism is over just like Lutheran, Protestant Christians.
So Christianity is the biggest religion in the world.
It is?
31% of the population is Christian, 24.9% of the population is Islamic.
But if you bust it, right? Because there are different Christians, like Catholics. I'm surprised it's not like Hinduism.
Hinduism is only 1.1 billion.
Wow.
There's more atheists or agnostics than there are
Hindus. Or secular. So that's a big group.
Rastafari is the lowest.
600,000. Oh no. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Unitarian
Judaism
Universal
only has 14 million. Wow, that's it?
What's Unitarian Universalism? What the fuck is that?
Wait, there's only 14 million Jews in the world?
Yeah, I think so. There's not a whole lot.
Are you sure these guys never went to Borough Park?
That's why they bug out that hard when shit like that happens in Israel. Because there's not a whole lot of them.
That's insane.
Like if you look at the numbers, like if you look at Judaism, right? Now, without Judaism, you don't have the top two. And scroll up to the top two. Without Judaism, you don't have the top two. So that being said, and even I don't even think without Judaism, you don't have Rastafarianism either. Without Judaism, you don't have a lot of religions. But without Judaism, you don't have the top two. And the top two pretty much is like half the planet. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
But you know,
Never heard of this. What's this?
if you think it's like the Muslim world versus the Jews, and you look at those numbers, it's like 14 million versus 100 something million, right? Like scroll up. What was that? 100 what million?
For what?
Almost 200 billion versus 200 billion people. I mean 2 billion people. 2 billion people. Sorry, 2 billion people versus 14 million. It seems pretty fucking lopsided. Like if you look at that,
crazy. I mean, there's more African traditional religions believers than there are Jews in the world.
Well, religious Jews. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's really what that means. Does that mean religious Jews, or that just means people of Jewish faith? Because
I don't. I think
that's
that
way
number
they
goes.
put
I
it.
think that number goes up if you're like count everybody whose mom was a Jew. Like
You
then
know, but like those who
automatically
consider
numbers go up.
themselves because of that, you know what?
Yeah.
How many people? How many people? That's not what I want.
That says 16.1 million. How many people in this world identify as being Jewish? Let's just put it that way. That's how you have to say it.
So 16.1 million. But like, how'd they get that number? Because did they? I don't think they've ever asked me.
Oh, you know what? I never
They never
thought.
asked.
It's
They don't.
gotta be.
They didn't
It's
ask
gotta be a
my
li-
children.
It's got to be a little bit more. Yeah, like nobody's ever asked me. So
And have you ever seen how many kids the Sahidic Jews have? Jeez.
I'm gonna say this. Follow me on this. I do fall in one of those categories. The like you saw the 20 categories.
Yes.
I'm not gonna tell you which one just yet, but I fall in one of them. Right. No one has ever asked me to be put in as one of these numbers. Are they just counting me and assuming that I'm one of these fucking things?
That's what I don't understand.
How
The numbers are wrong.
and
How do
let's
you know
just
how
say-
many are in Iran? You go to Iran and ask? Come on now.
Are you just assuming because it's an Islamic state that everybody there is Muslim, right? So you're just going to count all their numbers, and maybe if
Well, no,
people
they
do
said
go to church-
Iranian. There was a weird one. It was only where'd it go? I X'd it out. But it was a weird religion. Not weird, excuse me. Just something I'd never heard of. That only had like 200,000 people there. Dude, let's see where it go. This one.
That's gotta be strange. Like if it's like this is like a little place and this is our religion and nothing really no one else
See
has
this.
it.
Oldest
Zorro.
organized faith. It's from Iran, and there's only 2.6 million people that are in that religion.
And they live in Iran. And
Yeah,
that's
like
where
how do they know that? You know.
all right, so you don't okay. I know a lot of Jews left Iran after World War II. Right? So do Iranians do they like does the Iranian government allow other religions?
Probably not. I don't know. Though. I don't think we have it.
I want to know like what Hiddleston said. Like I want to know how many Satanists there are.
Working on it.
Like, cause it had fucking pagans, right? Or neo-pagans. They had the atheists, agnostics, and fucking whatchamacallits?
I can't find followers. Let's see.
Like, how many people fill that out on a job application?
Church of Satan. Good job. Okay, blah blah blah. I just want to know how many people. This one says over 70,000 members.
Do you think it's like one of those things? Why are the numbers so small? Because they need to hide their numbers.
Because they don't
It's
admit the
actually
truth.
it's actually a much larger number.
I identify as Satanist.
That you could put an extra 0 at the end of that number. Well, that took a dark turn.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about Satanist conspiracy.
Well, on that note.
Wednesdays and Sundays
Into
at
the abyss.
Wednesdays 30
Into the abyss.
into the void.
Totally forgot the name of the next episode, but then I just remember it's Humans Are Just Humaning. Tune in on Sunday at 7:30. That's a lie. It's 9:30.
Oh, you took away the.
I'm talking and it's not even there. It's just there now. Jesus, what happened? I wasn't supposed to share this. I failed that ending epically. I have to go through all this shit to just go back again and to have this whole thing do over again. It's like, load, you fuck. This shit to just go back again and to have this whole thing do over
Now I
again.
gotta do this again.
Like, no, what? What? How many Satanists are there? Didn't we just answer this question? It was 70,000 ish. 70,000, and we're live Wednesdays and Sundays.
At
And
9:30.
the next episode is Humans Are Just Humaning because humans destroy everything and we fuck everything up and we have good things and it's too good so people find reasons to
There
be
are
bad and lose their minds.
600,000 Satanists.
Destroy everything up and we have good things and it's too good so people find